to the Informant Podcast. I'm here, Jay the Informant. Thanks for being here and thanks for joining me here on the Informant Podcast. So once again, Roland Martin is trying to push that football right down here for Joe Biden and the Democratic Party. So when I saw him do this segment on DJ Akademiks, I had to do a reaction to this. So when his segment had just dropped, when he was talking about DJ Akademiks going to Rumble and the controversy over it, I had to do a reaction video because Roland Martin is the king of deception. One thing that I don't believe that we all give Roland Martin credit for is that he's the king of deception, like I said previously. He's the king of deflection, deception, and he's the king of twisting the narrative. So when it comes to twisting narratives, we have to give Roland Martin his credit. So let's start this video, and I'm going to play the video at 1.25 or 1.5. That way we can get through it faster, because this is kind of a long video.
In 2016, Donald Trump increased the numbers of Republicans got from black men. We saw the impact of that in the 2018 midterm elections, and then we saw it again in 2020. So you may ask, well, what is at play? And you got the folks out there who, again, and I can tell you, I see exactly what the strategy is, because what Republicans are doing, what they suggest that, you got a group of black men out there who feels as if no one listens to them, no one talks to them. And so I see how they begin to parrot the right-wing talking points. I see when I did interviews with The Breakfast Club and Vlad TV and Ebro in the mornings, when they jump on these message boards, and you can always see the same language. You ain't nothing but a shield for the Democrats, and you try to get us to vote Democrat. I had one fool say, you were trying to get us to vote for Hillary. Well, fool, she was running against Trump. So what are you saying? You want a Trump?
So we're just a minute and 10 seconds in the video, and already we can see the deception in this video by Roland Martin. He's pretty much claiming that black men are being ignored and running to Trump. That's a lie. Just because we didn't vote for Hillary Clinton doesn't mean we ran to Trump. Also, he tries to put this fallacy into place where it's either option A or option B. So if you don't support Hillary Clinton, you automatically support Donald Trump. Roland Martin himself knows that that is a lie, but that's what he's trying to do. Trying to convince people that these people, just because they didn't support Hillary Clinton, that means they ran to Donald Trump. Now, these Democratic sheep herders, they love putting people into a box. Roland Martin's job is to put black people into a box. If you don't support Hillary Clinton, you're going to automatically run to Trump. And we all know that over, I believe, 50% of the black population don't even vote. And he continues to sell this lie to his audience. When in actuality, there's many options on the table. You can vote third party, like Green Party or Libertarian, or some other third party. There's plenty. You can just vote locally. And there are so many other tactics that you can use when it comes to voting. But Roland Martin, all his alleys lead back to the Democratic Party. That if you don't vote blue, then you're a Trump supporter.
So a move took place today. Announcement was made where the right-wing streaming platform Rumble. Now, they're trying to compete with YouTube, all right? But this is an absolute right-wing platform called Rumble. So they signed an exclusive deal with DJ Akademiks to live stream on their platform 3 to 5 times a week. Now, this is the press release that they put out. Rumble, now this is a publicly traded company. Rumble, the video sharing platform, announced today that the popular media personality DJ Akademiks will live stream exclusively on Rumble 3 to 5 days a week. Known for his authentic voice, DJ Akademiks is a powerful culture entertainment influencer with 5.2 million Instagram followers and 2.76 million YouTube subscribers. The Jamaican-American podcast to recover the latest news in hip-hop music along with a satirical take on top headlines. Now, he says, I look forward to being one of the first to bring music and cultural conversations to a platform like Rumble. There have been many bad decisions at larger platforms where they haven't put creators first and they are disconnected to the community. I feel now is an inflection point for streaming platforms. I couldn't be more excited to lead this effort on a platform that puts creators first. But here's the question. Do they put black people first?
He asked the question, do they put black people first? Now, why does Roland Martin actually ask that question when it comes to the Democratic Party? Why does Roland Martin actually ask what is going to be the black agenda that they have for black people to vote for them? Since black people have been voting for them over 85% for the longest. And when people like Ice Cube actually challenged Roland Martin came out in defense of the Democratic Party as the Democratic shield as usual. Now, we all know that black people have been voting for Democrats over 90%, and that number is on the decline when it comes to the Gen X and down. But we see that Roland Martin is here to keep us on that bus. So he's going to question DJ Akademiks when it comes to putting black people first. When it comes to the Democratic Party, he doesn't care about that. It's about putting Roland Martin first.
I'm trying to explain to you, and I want y'all to be very clear. The Republican strategy and is to how can they appeal to black men, and they are specifically trying to target them. Hey, pull up the photo from the UFC fight this weekend. Oh, you had this photo of Joe Rogan and Trump with Mike Tyson in the photo. Yep, that was this weekend. I want y'all to understand what's going on here. I need y'all to understand. The Republican Party knows black women hate them more than anybody else. There's no group that hates Republicans more than black women. But the Republicans are specifically going after certain black men. Now look, they could try to play this, Rumble.
Now I'm going to let that statement speak for itself, because Roland Martin right there, as he usually tries to do, he tried to put black women against black men based on who we vote for. Now he just wants to use the voting machine or the voting mechanism for voting for the Democrats to pin black women against black men. Now I'm going to let that speak for itself on who Roland Martin actually is. And let's continue the video.
Certain black men now look, they could try to play this, Rumble. No, we're trying to be legitimate. And see, let me tell you how they try to play it with me. So you know I got my podcast on iHeart's platform. Well, I was asked, because they have to ask me, will I do certain readings? Because I ain't just reading anybody's stuff. So I turned down other advertisers. Rumble wanted to run an ad on my podcast. Hell fucking no. Let me say it again. I absolutely said hell no to Rumble running an ad on my podcast. Why? Because I know what Rumble's about. Who's one of their shareholders? Dan Bongino. Y'all pull up who Dan Bongino is. Dan Bongino, former Secret Service agent, right wing on Fox News, right wing hack on the radio. That's who Dan Bongino is. Y'all need to understand what's going on here. And so Rumble, by signing DJ Akademiks, they're throwing the money at them. But understand what they're trying to do. Be aware of the content on Rumble. So they would love for the black men and the other folks who listen to DJ Akademiks to come on over to Rumble and support their platform. But Rumble ain't down with black people. Rumble is a right-wing platform. It is a MAGA platform. That's what it is.
Now, that was a lot of misinformation right there by Roland Martin. Deception at its finest. This is who Roland Martin is. Now, he claims that Rumble is a right-wing platform, and I'm not going to challenge him on that one. However, I see a lot of socialists on Rumble, a lot of communists, a lot of Democrats, and a lot of third parties on Rumble platform as well. Rumble is trying to position itself against YouTube, and you know what? If you look at YouTube, you see a lot of right-wingers on YouTube and a lot of MAGA supporters, a lot of Trumpians. But Roland Martin is not complaining about the YouTube platform, and I wonder why. It seems to me that Roland Martin is afraid to compete over there on Rumble, and he won't be able to get the boost like he got on YouTube.
And that's what it was created for. Now they're trying to sit here and spin themselves. Oh no, we don't have any particular ideology. In fact, here's the bottom of the press release about Rumble. Go to my iPad. Rumble is a high growth. I want y'all to see this here. Rumble is a high growth, neutral video platform that is creating the rails and independent infrastructure designed to be immune to cancel culture. Rumble's mission is to restore the internet to its roots by making it free and open once again. For more information, visit corp.rumble.com. Now let me explain something to y'all. Pull the statement up again. See, Randy, you don't have to say you're neutral if you're not. That's the first giveaway, y'all. The fact that they're saying they're neutral, they're trying to that's the bullshit of Fox News being fair and balanced. Then they're creating the rails and independent infrastructure to be immune to cancel culture. Let me explain what that means. They were created because right-wingers who spread misinformation on YouTube were getting kicked off of YouTube.
And their Roland goes again with more deception. So Rumble put out basically a standard statement when it comes to his platform. And we see this from employers when they're talking about racial equality. And we see this from businesses when they're talking about equal hiring opportunities. So is Roland Martin telling us that if an employer says that they have equal opportunities on their employment sheet, we shouldn't trust them? Or is Roland Martin being picky when it comes to Rumble because he's upset that Rumble might attract more black people over there, where he's going to have to compete against other people on the platform without getting boosted in the algorithm like we see on YouTube? Now I'm going to continue this conversation in the next video, breaking down this Roland Martin deception, misinterpretation, and how he's pretty much one of the masters of deflection. And I don't think a lot of people give Roland Martin the credit, like I said before, for being the master of deception, because he can twist stuff in such a way that completely distorts the narrative of what's going on. So I'll continue this video on the next one, and I'll continue breaking down this nonsense by Roland Martin.